Alright. Sweet.
Tuesday.
Oh gosh. Seriously. Twitch, how many times can I click that the ad was not muted right before you fix the ads, please? It hurts my soul. It hurts every single time. Oh man. Anyway, hello everybody. I know the casts are far and few between. I got a lot going on, but I still try to be here as often as I can, which is like not very much. I know. Don't hate me. But yeah, I'm basically just gonna jump right back in this game if I remember how to play it. Something about some right triggers and double taps or something. I don't know. Okay, so we got here in the inn, and we were waiting until told otherwise. Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably like tweet that I'm live. That might help. Okay, and hi Keiko. Enjoy your Skype call. I never have time to Skype with anyone these days. This is loud in my ear. There we go. I guess we'll just go in here and just skip looking around for right now. It's funny, when the sound gets to a certain lowness, it barely plays out of my left speaker. I think my audio balance is off. I'll have to fix that one of these days. Alright, what's up here? Have you been in Ura for a long time? This is my first time. I'm looking for a job to make something out of my life. Hey, Average. How you doing, man? Expecting an actual friend? Well, I assume everyone who visits the stream is my actual friend. I tend to have a bad habit of considering people closer friends than they are. Like, if I talk to you, I will probably assume you're a closer friend to me than you are. Than you would think I am for you. It's just because I like to be friends with everyone. So, which has caused problems before, because people are like, not like bad problems, just mostly just like, whatever, doesn't matter. I didn't even read the book because I was going on a trail. Doesn't matter, something about the sun and the army, some dumb book. Holy Night Charm. Okay. Haven't seen everyone fill you in. There's not anything to really fill in. Okay, so we got some street maps. Great Gate. Okay, so these are just books just talking about random stuff. I'm not finna read all of that. I'm scanning it. Then a Flagstone Boulevard bands. Let's see. Okay. Conduct their most important meetings inside. Okay, cool, whatever. Didn't give me anything. Yeah, the 411, not really much on the 411. Not really any 411s. I'm just trying to get everything for grad school in order. Trying to find a job in the industry for grad school. Trying to find a new job that matches. So quite a bit going on. Quite a bit going on. Which is why I haven't been online. Even though I said I was gonna, upload everything so I can stream all week, then I just couldn't, and it's been a mess. It's been a huge mess. Hey Archaic, how you doing, man? I need to see my first dream. Pretty sure I will at some point. Oh, I already had 2 saves. Haha. Just make all the saves. Increase magical and physical defense during critical HP status. Okay. Oh, that's a back exit? It's locked. Okay. Blame Ronald Reagan. Council has told me about you. Please enjoy your stay. Alright, cool.
As Kai slips into deep sleep, his dream unfolds. A dream or his past. At this moment, there is no way he could know.
Chaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. Okay. You can cancel? Why would anyone cancel? Family members have tears in their eyes when they welcome Chaim back to the inn from his long journey. Thank you so much for coming. He understands the situation immediately. The time for departure is drawing near. Hannah's departure. Okay. Too soon. Too soon. But still, he knows this day would have come sometime. And not in the distant future. I might never see you again, she said to him with a sad smile when he left on this journey, her smiling face almost transparent in its whiteness, so fragile, and therefore indescribably beautiful, as she lay in bed. May I see Hannah now? May I see Hannah now? He asked. The innkeeper gives him a tiny nod and says, I don't think she'll know who you are, though. She hasn't opened her eyes since last night, he warns Chaim. You can tell from the slight movement of her chest that she's clinging to a frail thread of life. Oh shoot, tear? Oh, okay. But it could snap at any moment. It's such a shame. I know you made a special point to come here for her. Another tear glides down the wife's cheek. Oh, never mind, it's fine. He has been present at innumerable deaths, and his experience has taught him much. Death takes away the power of speech first of all, then the ability to see. What remains alive to the very end, however, is the power to hear. Even though the person has lost consciousness, it is by no means unusual for the voices of the family to bring forth smiles or tears. Chaim puts his arm around the woman's shoulder and says, I have lots of travel stories to tell her. I've been looking forward to this my whole time on the road. Instead of smiling, the woman releases another large tear and nods to Chaim. And Hannah was so looking forward to hearing your stories. Her sobs almost drown out her words. The innkeeper says, I wish I could urge you to rest up from your travels before you see her, but... Chaim interrupts his apologies. Of course I'll see her right away. There's little time left. Hannah, the only daughter of the innkeeper and his wife, will probably breathe her last breath before the sun comes up. Chaim lowers his pack to the floor and quietly opens the door to Hannah's room. Hannah was frail from birth, far from enjoying the opportunity to travel. She rarely left the town or even the neighborhood in which she was born and raised. This child will probably not live to see adulthood, the doctor told her parents. To this tiny girl with extraordinarily beautiful, doll-like features, the gods had dealt an all too sad destiny. That they had allowed her to be born with the only daughter of the keepers of a small inn by the highway was perhaps one small act of atonement for such iniquity. Hannah was unable to go anywhere, but the guests who stayed at the parents' inn would tell her stories of the countries and towns and landscapes and people that she would never know. Whenever new guests arrived at the inn, Hannah would ask them, Where are you from? Where are you going? Can you tell me a story? She would sit and listen to their words with sparkling eyes, urging them on to new episodes with, and then. When they left the inn, she would beg them, Please come back and tell me lots and lots of stories about faraway countries. She would stand there waving until the person disappeared far down the highway, give one lonely sigh, and go back to bed. Hannah is sound asleep. No one else is in the room, perhaps an indication that she has long since passed the stage when the doctors can do anything for her. Chaim sits down in the chair next to the bed and says with a smile, Hello, Hannah, I'm back. She does not respond. Her little chest, still without the swelling of a grown woman, rises and falls almost imperceptibly. I went far across the ocean this time, he tells her. The ocean on the side where the sun comes up. I took a boat from the harbor way, way, way far beyond the mountains you can see from this window. And I was on the sea from the time the moon was perfectly round till it got smaller and smaller, and then bigger and bigger until it was full again. There was nothing but ocean as far as the eye could see, just the sea and the sky. Can you imagine it, Hannah? You've never seen the ocean, but I'm sure people have told you about it. It's huge, like a big endless puddle. Chaim chuckles to himself, and it seems to him that Hannah's pale white cheek moves slightly. She can hear him, even if she cannot speak or see. Her ears are still alive. Believing and hoping this to be true, Chaim continues with the story of his travels. He speaks no words of parting. As always with Hannah, Chaim smiles with a special gentleness he has never shown to anyone else, and he goes on telling his tales with a bright voice, sometimes even accompanying his story with exaggerated gestures. He tells her about the blue ocean, he tells her about the blue sky. He says nothing about the violent sea battle that stained the ocean red. He never tells her about those things. Hannah was still a tiny girl when Chaim first visited the inn. When she asked him, "Where are you from?" and "Will you tell me some stories?" With her childish pronunciation and innocent smile, Chaim felt a soft glow in his chest. At the time, he was returning from a battle. More precisely, he had ended one battle and was on his way to the next. His life consisted of traveling from one battlefield to another, and nothing about that has changed to this day. He has taken the lives of countless enemy troops and witnessed the deaths of countless comrades on the battlefield. Moreover, the only thing separating enemies from comrades is the slightest stroke of fortune. Had the gears of destiny turned in a slightly different way, his enemies would have been his comrades, and his comrades his enemies. This is the fate of the mercenary. He was spiritually worn down back then and feeling unbearably lonely. As a possessor of eternal life, Chaim had no fear of death, which was precisely why each of the soldiers' faces distorted in fear, and why each face of a man who died in agony was permanently burned into his brain. Ordinarily, he would spend nights on the road drinking, immersing himself in an alcoholic stupor, or pretending to. He was trying to make himself forget the unforgettable. When, however, he saw Hannah smile as she begged him for stories about his long journey, he felt a far warmer and deeper comfort than he could ever obtain from liquor. He told her many things, about a beautiful flower he discovered on the battlefield, about the bewitching beauty of the mist filling the forest the night before the final battle, about the marvelous taste of the spring water in a ravine where he and his men had fled after losing a battle, about a vast bottomless blue sky he saw after a battle. He never told her anything sad. He kept his mouth shut about the human ugliness and stupidity he witnessed endlessly on the battlefield. He concealed his position as a mercenary from her, kept silent regarding his reasons for traveling constantly, spoke only of things that were beautiful and sweet and lovely. He sees now that he told Hannah only beautiful stories of the road like this, not so much out of concern for her purity, but for his own sake. Staying in the inn where Hannah waited to see him turned out to be one of Chaim's small pleasures in life. Telling her about the memories he brought back from his journeys, he felt some degree of salvation, however slight. 5 years, 10 years, his friendship with the girl continued, little by little. She neared adulthood, which meant that, as the doctors had predicted, each day brought her that much closer to death. And now, Chaim ends the last travel story he will share with her. He can never see her again, can never tell her stories again. Before dawn, when the darkness of night is at its deepest, long pauses enter into Hannah's breathing. The frail thread of life is about to snap as Kayam and her parents watch over her. The tiny light that is lodged in Kayam's breast will be extinguished. His lonely travels will begin again tomorrow. His long, long travels without end. You'll be leaving on your own travels soon, Hannah, Kayam tells her gently. You'll be leaving for a world that no one knows. A world that has never entered into any of the stories you have heard so far. Finally, you'll be able to leave your bed and walk anywhere you want to go. You'll be free. He wants her to know that death is not sorrow, but a joy mixed with tears. It's your turn now. Be sure and tell everyone about the memories of your journey. Her parents will make that same journey someday, and someday Hannah will be able to meet all the guests she has known at the inn, far beyond the sky. I, however, can never go there. I can never escape this world. I can never see you again. This is not goodbye. It's just the start of your journey. He speaks his final words to her. We'll meet again. His final lie to her. Hannah makes her departure. Her face is transfused with a tranquil smile, as if she just said, "See you soon." Her eyes will never open again. A single tear glides slowly down her cheek. That's what's up. Sorry about that. I wasn't gonna break the immersion of the story to say hello. Hey Mew. Hey do what now? Ninja Zombie, what's going on? And what up Duckets? Press A to skip. Hey, I just started. How y'all doing? That was crazy. So that first dream sequence, it seemed like his daughter jumped from a cliff and his wife was sad. However, that little girl looks like the girl who was on the train except older. It's very intriguing. And Kaya was looking at her weird. Jeg theory, probably wrong, thinks maybe it's her daughter, because she said something about being an immortal too. So it could be his daughter, and it just shares through the bloodline. Yeah, the feels were really strong. So. Forget what disc you're on. Oh, you're playing this right now? Gotcha. Sorry. Helping out friends. People are needing my psychological advice. Gots to give it. Yeah, it's like time of the essence. Kayam's mind is filled with lost pieces of past memories. Certain sights or conversations can bring these memories back in the form of dreams. Oh, you're on disc 1? I'm gonna pass you up, maybe? Probably not. To view episodes from 1,000 Years Dream again, rest at any inn or bed and select them from the start menu. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. You can view these episodes any number of times. When viewing an episode from 1,000 Years Dream, you can pause it by pressing the start button, or cancel it by pressing the back button. You started in November and forgot about it when you got HTE4. Or D4. So that was really interesting. Yeah, that's like the only downfall to being an immortal. It's like you see so much death and so many connections. You build and lose and build and lose, and like I'm pretty sure you have 1,000 years of where you just kind of mess up, and you just like get in this stupor of, well, I can't die and everything sucks, so why do I care? And then you have to rebuild yourself back up, but then that eats at you forever because you messed up for 1,000 years. That would suck. The Typo Master. Oh, Blue Dragon. Gotcha. Did you sleep well? No messages for you yet, I'm afraid. We'll hold any messages that come for you here, so please don't hesitate to take a stroll outside. I'm sure you'd like to forget the horrors of the battlefield. Oh, by the way, feel free to use any of the items you find here. They're compliments of the house. Oh, I already took them. But thanks, though. Boom, 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 boom. Such cost to our fellow countrymen. Okay, so can I go this way now? I think I couldn't go this way last time. Hello. The industrial area that sprawls below is a proud symbol of the magic industrial revolution. The people who live here make the lavish lifestyle of hoorah possible. Y'all have no idea how tired my mouth is from talking all day at work. My tongue is like not loosey-goosey at all right now. Chaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. Dream has been revealed. Another dream. Okay. More reading after I just say, my tongue is tired. Let's give Jag more reading. White flowers. I like the text effect. Lovely white flowers mark the town. They bloom on every street corner, not beds or fields set aside for their cultivation, but blending naturally and in profusion with every row of houses, as though the buildings and the blossoms have grown up together. The season is early spring, and snow still lingers on the nearby mountains, but the stretch of ocean that gently laps the town's southern shore is bathed in refulgent sunlight. This is an old and prosperous harbor town. Even now, each day its piers see many cruise ships and freighters come and go. Its history, however, is sharply divided between the time before and the time after an event that happened one day long ago. People here prefer not to talk about it. The watershed engraved upon the town's chronology. The memories are too sorrowful to make stories out of them. Chaim knows this, and because he knows it, he has come here once again. Yeah, give me some video time. Passing through, the tavern master asks him. The sound of his voice, Chaim responds with a faint smile. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. The man is in high spirits. He has joined his customers in a glass after glass until now and is quite red in the face. No one shows any signs of blaming him for overindulging. Every seat in the tavern is filled and the air reverberates with laughter. Happy voices can be heard now and then as well from the road outside. The entire town is celebrating. Once each year, the festival has people making merry all night long until the sun comes up. Oh yeah. I hope you've got a room for the night, sir. Too late to find one now. Every inn is full to overflowing. So it seems. Not that anyone would be foolish enough to spend a night like this quietly tucked away under the covers in his room. The tavern master winks at Chaim as if to say, not you, sir, I'm sure. Tonight, we're going to have the biggest, wildest party you've ever seen, and everybody's invited, locals or not. Drink, food, gambling, women. Just let me know what you want. I'll make sure you have it. Chaim sips his drink and says nothing, because he is planning to stay awake all night. He is not taking a room, though he has no plans to enjoy the festival either. Chaim will be offering up a prayer at the hour before dawn, when the night is at its darkest and deepest. He will leave the town, sent off by the morning sun as it pokes its face up between the mountains and the sea, just as he did the time of his last visit. Back then, the tavern master, who a few minutes ago was telling one of his regular customers that his first grandchild is about to be born, was himself just an infant. "Ha, this one's on me, drink up," says the tavern master, filling Chaim's shot glass. Peers at Chaim suspiciously and says, "You did come for the festival, didn't you?" "No, not really," says Chaim. "Don't tell me you didn't know about it. You mean you came here by pure chance?" "Afraid so." "Well, if you came here on business, forget it. You'll never get serious talk out of anybody on a special night like this." The tavern master goes on to explain what's so special about this night. "You must have heard something about it. Once a long, long time ago, this town was almost completely destroyed." There are two kinds of events that divide history into before and after. One is the birth or death of some great personage, a hero or a savior. The other is something like war or plague or natural disaster. What divided this town's history into before and after was a violent earthquake. It happened without warning and gave the soundly sleeping people of the town no chance to flee. A crack opened up in the earth with a roar, and roads and buildings just fell to pieces. Fire started. They spread in the twinkling of an eye. Almost everyone was killed. You probably can't imagine it. All I know is what they taught me in school. And what does Resurrection Festival mean to a kid? It was just something that happened once upon a time. I live here, and that's all it means to me. So a traveler like you probably can't even begin to imagine what it was like. Is that what they call this holiday? Resurrection Festival? Uh-huh. The town was resurrected from a total ruin to this. That's what the celebration is all about. Chaim gives the man a grim smile, sips his liquor. "What's so funny?" the tavern master asks. "Last time I was here, they were calling it Earthquake Memorial Day. It wasn't a festival for this kind of wild celebrating." "What are you talking about? It's been the Resurrection Festival ever since I was a kid." "That was before you were old enough to remember anything." "Huh?" "Before that, they called it Consolation of the Spirits. They'd burn a candle for each person who died and pray for them to rest in peace. It was a sad festival. Lots of crying." "You sound as if you saw it happening yourself." "I did." The tavern master laughs with a loud snort. "You look sober, but you must be plastered out of your mind. Now listen, it's festival night, so I'm gonna let you off the hook for pulling my leg. Don't say stuff like that in front of the other townspeople. All of our ancestors, mine included, are the ones who barely escaped with their lives." Chaim knows full well what he is doing. He never expected the man to believe him. He just wanted to find out for himself whether the townspeople were still handing down the memories of the tragedy, whether deep down behind their laughing faces there still lingered the sorrow that had been passed down from their forefathers' time. Called away by one of his other customers, the tavern master leaves Chaim's side, but not without first delivering a warning. "Be careful what you say, sir. That kind of nonsense can get you in trouble. Really, think about it. That earthquake happened all of 200 years ago." Chaim doesn't answer him. Instead, he sips his liquor in silence. Among the ones who died in the tragedy 200 years ago were his wife and daughter. Of all the dozens of wives and hundreds of children that Chaim has had in his eternal life, the wife and child he had here were especially unforgettable. Those days, Chaim had a job at the harbor. There were just 3 of them, he, his wife, and their little girl. They lived simply and happily. The same kind of days that had preceded today would continue on into endless tomorrows. Everyone in the town believed that, including Chaim's wife and daughter, of course. But Chaim knew differently, precisely because his own life was long without end, and he had consequently tasted the pain of countless partings. Chaim knew all too well that in the daily life of humans, there was no forever. This life his family was leading would have to end sometime. Could not go on unchanged. This was by no means a cause for sorrow, however. Denied a grasp upon forever, human beings knew how to love and cherish the here and now. Chaim especially loved to show his daughter flowers. The more fragile and short-lived, the better. Flowers that bloomed with the morning sun and scattered before the sun went down. They were everywhere in this harbor town. Lovely white flowers that bloomed in early spring. His daughter loved the flowers. She was a gentle child who would never break off blossoms that had struggled so bravely to bloom. Instead, she simply watched them for hours at a time. That year, too. "Look how big the buds are. They'll be blooming any time now," she said happily when she found the white flowers on the road near the house. "Tomorrow, maybe?" Chaim wondered aloud. "Absolutely," his wife chimed in merrily. "Get up early tomorrow morning and have a look." "Poor little flowers, though," said the daughter. "It's nice when they bloom, but then they wither right away." "All the better," said Chaim's wife. "It's good luck if you get to see them blooming. That makes it more fun." "It may be fun for us, but think about the poor flowers. They work so hard to open up, and then they wither that same day. It's sad." "Well, yes, I guess so." A momentary air of sadness flowed into the room, but Chaim quickly dispelled it with a laugh. "Happiness is not the same thing as longevity," he proclaimed. "What does that mean, Papa?" "It may not bloom for long. The flower is happy if it can open up the prettiest blossom, give off the sweetest perfume, and knows how to make while it is blooming." The girl seemed to be having trouble grasping this, and simply nodded with a little sigh. Then she broke into a smile and said, "Must be true if you say so, Papa." "Your smile is more beautiful than any flower in bloom." He should have said that to her. Chaim later regretted that he had not. The words he had uttered so carelessly, he came to realize, turned out to be something of a prophecy. "Well now, young lady," he said, "if you're getting up early to see the flowers tomorrow morning, you'd better go to bed right now." "All right, Papa, if I really have to." "I'm going to bed now too," said Chaim's wife. "Okay then, good night, Papa," his wife said to Chaim. "Good night, dear. I really am going to bed now." "Good night," Chaim replied, enjoying one last cup to ease the day's fatigue. These turned out to be the last words the family shared. A violent earthquake struck the town before dawn. Chaim's house collapsed in a heap of rubble. Chaim's two loved ones departed for that distant other world before they could awaken from their deep sleep, and without ever having a chance to say good morning to him. The morning sun rose on a town that had been destroyed in an instant. Amid the rubble, the flowers were blooming. The white flowers that Chaim's daughter had wanted so badly to see. Chaim thought to lay a flower and an offering on his daughter's cold corpse, but abandoned the idea. He could not bring himself to pick a flower. No one, no living being on the face of the earth, he realized, had the right to snatch the life of a flower that possessed that life for only one short day. Chaim could never say to his daughter, "You go to heaven first and wait for me. I'll be there before long." Nor would he ever know the joy of reunion with his loved ones. To live 1,000 years meant bearing the pain of 1,000 years of partings. Chaim continued his long journey. A dizzying number of years and months flowed by. Years and months during which numberless wars and natural calamities scourged the earth. People were born and they died. They loved each other and were parted from the ones they loved. There were joys beyond measure and sorrows just as measureless. People fought and argued without end, but they also loved and forgave each other endlessly. Thus was history built up as the tears of the past evolved gradually into prayers for the future. Chaim continued his long journey. After a while, he rarely thought about the wife and daughter with whom he had spent those few short days in the harbor town, but he never forgot them. Chaim continued his long journey, and in the course of his travels, he stopped by this harbor town again. As the night deepened, the din of the crowds only increased, but now, as a hint of light comes into the eastern sky, without a signal from anyone, the noise gives way to silence. Chaim has been standing in the town's central square. The revelers, too, have found their way here one at a time, until, almost before he knows it, the stone-paved plaza is filled with people. Chaim feels a tap on his shoulder. "I didn't expect to find you here," says the tavern master. When Chaim gives him a silent smile, the tavern master looks somewhat embarrassed and says, "Oh, there's something I forgot to tell you before." "Oh?" "Well, you know, the earthquake happened a long time ago. Before my father and mother's time. Even before my grandparents' generation. Might sound funny for me to say this, but I can't imagine this town in ruins." "I know what you mean. I do think, though, that there are probably things in this world that you can remember, even if you haven't actually experienced them. Like the earthquake. I haven't forgotten it, and I'm not the only one. It may have happened 200 years ago, but nobody in this town has ever forgotten it. We can't imagine it, but we can't forget it either." Just as Chaim nods again to signal his understanding of the tavern keeper's words, a somber melody echoes throughout the square. This is the hour when the earthquake destroyed the town. All the people assembled here close their eyes, clasp their hands together, and offer up a prayer. The tavern master and Chaim among them. To Chaim's closed eyes come the smiling faces of his dead wife and daughter. Why are they so beautiful and so sad, these faces that believe with all their hearts that tomorrow is sure to come? The music ends. The morning sun climbs above the horizon, and everywhere throughout the town blooms countless white flowers. Wow. In 200 years, the white flowers have changed. Scientists have hypothesized that the earthquake may have changed the nature of the soil itself, but no one knows the cause for sure. The lives of the flowers have lengthened. Where before they would bloom and wither in the space of a single day, now they hold their blooms for 3 and 4 days at a time. Moistened by the dew of night, bathed in the light of the sun, the white flowers strive to live their lives to the fullest, beautifying the town as if striving to live out the portion of life denied to those whose tomorrows were snatched away from them forever. Dang, the reading is real, man. Holy crap. These dreams are awesome. But I've been talking for hours all day, and it is hard for me to read this correctly. And hello, Croez and Oreo Dunk, how y'all doing? And Do the What Now, and everyone else I missed. I hope y'all are doing well. What is going on? Yeah, I see y'all. I see the chat. It's right here. I just don't want to break the immersion of the story. It's too good. Donation from Do the What Now. Thank you, sir. There's a mutiny in your tip jar. The change is going crazy. Also, I don't trust these stairs because they're always up to something. Oh, thank you for the donation. You and the crazy puns, sir. Oh man, those dreams are real. They're really good. Really good. So that's crazy though. Let me give my voice a rest for a second because I gotta take a drink. That's really sad. This dude's got such a sad life. It's terrible. Let me ask this to y'all. While I let my throat rest for a second before I burn my voice out for tonight. If you all were immortal, hey Yosuke. If you all were immortal, would you have multiple wives and children? I probably would. I probably would once, because I probably wouldn't know I was immortal at the time, and then I'd never do it again. Hey 19th hour, how you doing? It's a big mug, indeed. If I ain't got game in this life, won't have game in any life. If you were immortal, you would become a superhero. So y'all are saying y'all would definitely marry a bunch of times. So let's say you had all the swag in the world. I mean, you're immortal. You have time to build up your charm and your swag, you know. Multiple wives, no. Multiple baby mamas, yes. So you just have a bunch of little yous running around? Now, how many yous would you have at one time? I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, having multiple wives and kids, knowing that you're going to get with them and they're going to die before you. No, I couldn't bring myself to do it, man. I'd stay single. I probably wouldn't really get with anybody on that level. I'd have best friends forever, because that would be tough enough, because you're going to lose your friends. Like, why would you want to lose someone in it that has an even deeper relationship meaning to you? And baby mamas just cause too much drama. No thanks. Sorry. I feel like another dream's gonna happen, so I'm trying to let my throat like rest up and clear it. I got a cough, hold on. Okay. How do you know you won't have immortal children? Well then, look at it this way. So you have your children, and they're immortal, but the moms are all gonna die. Still sucks. Now you have immortal children who, yeah, they still have you as a dad, but then they know you're going around having other children and marrying other wives. They're gonna think you don't care about their wife. I don't know. It's just an interesting question, but that's just my take on it. If you were immortal, you would find a way to make other people immortal as well. I don't think there's a way to do so, but you could study it forever. But you lose all the people who you met beforehand. If you knew you were immortal, you'd be the dude who like, I'll jump off this building for $100. I probably would do that too. If they're immortal, you'd make them all into Wolverines. Dragon Balls, you gotta find them, yeah. Remember, yeah, Wolverine's dead now. He'll be back, but they'd be in the same situation, so you'd hope they'd understand. Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Alright, let's see. Watch me take this gunshot to the chest. You know that would probably get you a few suitors. Probably. That woman's son died at the Highlands of Wool. I hope my own son and nephew are okay. I haven't heard anything from them. Oh, they're dead. I'm sorry. He's such a lively young boy. I can't keep up with him at my age. Hand her the Huron soldier's effects. Sure. I sent this charm off with my son. It can only mean one thing. I knew it. I was kidding myself before, but really, I knew it. This is my grandfather's nameplate, a souvenir from a war long ago that he miraculously survived. He told me that a fellow soldier saved his life in that war. I suppose his nameplate wasn't enough to do the same for my son. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring this to me. There's so many families in this war with nothing to remember their departed by. It may not be much, but I want you to have this. I hope you make it to retirement, soldier. We got 2 poison oils. Did we help your granddad? We probably helped your granddad. Kick it. Kick it. Oh, come on. That was weak. Get it. Get it. Ah, no. My daughter-in-law and I are doing pretty well these days. I worry about young men like you, always trying to do so much for us. I hope you can live out the life my son couldn't. If you were as immortal, you'd eat McDonald's, apple pies, and drink root beer all day. Ha, that's true. You can see an immortal person playing Russian roulette and winning every time. I want to get a good kick on this. There we go. Alright, satisfied. Can you get the chat's opinion on your Norse Mythos character for Guild Wars 2? Sure, if you want. I was supposed to go shopping with Mom today, but she suddenly changed her mind. Okay. Cool. Alright, so what's happening here? Nobody else is here today. The park is ours. What is this? Oh, what? This thing. This is like, okay. Alright, what is this? Oh, hi. Mom will be mad again if I don't get home soon, but I want to play a little longer. Girl, you better go home. What is this? Oh! Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, hold on. Thor and Odin are overdone. We need the less common Norse gods. What are some names of some less common Norse gods? Mew. He gets so distracted, he's like a cat. Oh. Oh man, I could remember like some things I played in percussion and make a song out of that, but I won't. Okay, I don't know where that goes, but I don't want to find out. Lieutenant Argonar, is it? Councilman Gongora is currently serving his suspension. I believe you have your own mission to handle, yes? Something like that. What do these seeds do? Literally gets distracted by bells as soon as he says that. Good catch. Cold water stone. Okay. Is that a dog? What is that? It is a doggy. Hi, doggy. Gongora's mansion. Should I be going there? Can I make any other rings? Inflicts wind damage. Occasionally causes poison. I already have those. I need some guardian ore though. Those are probably better though. Crisis defense boots. I have a lot of just random stuff. A regular seed that you would find anywhere. Okay. Pretty sure I still have a Guild Wars 2 character somewhere out there. Yes, I want to save. Immortals only have 370 HP. Yeah, it's interesting. Since we're an immortal, we shouldn't have a health bar. You know? We shouldn't get game over or lose. So I don't understand the health potion aspect. That's a good catch, 19th hour. Very good catch. The doggy ran away. I wanted to pet the dog. I didn't want to go to Gongora's mansion. I don't care about him. They say in the game that immortality extends to invulnerability to damage, or just immortality as in they don't age. Supposedly he just can't die. He took a meteor to the battlefield overall. Like, that should have obliterated him. He didn't die from that, so I'm pretty sure he's invulnerable as well. Because he just looked at the meteor coming and just sat there and took it. Is there anything else we can do? Oh, there's more stuff on this poster. Dougie. Don't bark. I wanted to pet you. The game won't let me. Okay. Is there no other shop I can go to? Oh, I remember. Wait, I already went to all these spots and they were all locked up. That's where I came from. I can't go that way because that's closed. Yeah, a meteor should definitely do more than that.
Sorry. Oh, look out. Sorry, miss.
Why are you
Dang.
following me?
You're Kai Marganar. I mean, Lord Gongor asked me to do it. It's the truth. I'm supposed to tell you to go to his manor. He has something important to tell you.
You are?
Jansen, messenger for Lord Gongora. At your service. Man, what an attitude. Jeez whiz.
Gee whiz. Oh, that was pretty sweet. I didn't know we were strong enough to just like, catch him by the throat. That was pretty awesome. I like this Kaim guy. If I ran out immortal, I'd have a better outfit than that. That's funny. And a better haircut? I don't think anything's wrong with his haircut. Oh, we're in the bar. Did I already come to the bar? I did come to the bar already. Came to the bar last time. Hold on. You're fresh from the battlefield too, aren't you? Guess we both owe someone upstairs. It's big time. Huh. I kind of feel like a heel thinking about all my dead buddies, but having another chance to see your family, well, that's a great feeling. I didn't think I'd actually make it out of this alive. After all, I have no idea what I'm going to do when it's time to knock on my family's front door. No more reading. The dream has been revealed. Alone in a crowd of rugged men, nursing his drink in the far corner of the old post town's only cavern, Kaim. A single man strides in through the tavern door, massively built. He wears the garb of a warrior. Soiled uniform bespeaks the long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes wear a penetrating gleam, the look of a fighting man on active duty. The tavern's din hushes instantly. Every drunken eye in the place fastens on the soldier with awe and gratitude. The long war with the neighboring country has ended at last. The men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. So it is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Kaim's and downs a slug of liquor with the forcefulness of a hard drinker, a man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups, 3, 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing an ingratiating grin. A typical crafty town punk. Hey, let me offer you a drink, wheedles the man, as a token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmilingly allows the man to fill his cup. How was it at the front? I'm sure you performed many valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. Yeah. The punk refills the cup and adopts an ever more fawning smile. Now that we're friends, how about telling me some war tales? You got such big, strong arms. How many soldiers did you kill? Without a word, the soldier hurls the contents of the cups into the man's face. The punk flies into a rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave his sheath than Kaim's fist sends it flying through the air. Faced with the powerful united front of Kaim and the soldier, the punk runs out muttering curses. The 2 big men watch him go, then share a faint smile. Kaim doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having cheated death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that lurks in Kaim's expression. Tavern's din returns. Kaim and the soldier pour each other drinks. Got a wife and daughter I haven't seen since I shipped out, says the soldier. It's been 3 long years. He lets himself smile shyly now for the first time as he takes a photograph of his wife and daughter from his pocket and shows it to Kaim. Kaim. The wife of a woman of dewy freshness. The wife, a woman of dewy freshness. The daughter still very young. They're the reason I survived. The thought of going home to them alive was all that sustained me in battle. Is your home far from here? No, my village is just over the next pass. I'm sure they've heard the news that the war is over and can hardly wait to have me home. He could get there tonight if he wanted to badly enough. It was that close. But the soldier downs a mouthful of liquor and groans. I'm afraid. Huh? Afraid of what? I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I've killed these past 3 years. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. If I was going to get back to my family, I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another. And each and every one of those men had families they had left at home. It was the code of the war. The soldier's destiny. Stay alive in battle, you had to go out killing men before they could kill you. I had no time to think about such things at the front. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though. Now that the war is over, 3 years of sin are carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show this face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch from which he withdraws a small stone. Oh, is that the stone on the table there? He tells Kaim it is an unpolished gemstone. Something he found shortly after he left from the battlefield. Gemstone? Kaim asks, unconvinced. The stone on the table is a dull black without the hint of gleam a gem should have. It sparkled when I first found it. I was sure my daughter would love it when I brought it home to her. Gradually, though, the stone lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed an enemy soldier, something like the stain of his blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost solid black now after 3 years. The stone is stained by the sins I've committed. I call it my sin stone. You don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Kaim. You had to do it to stay alive. I know that. I know that. But still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to. Families waiting for them there. The soldier then says to Kaim, you too, I suppose. You must have a family. Kaim gives his head a little shake. Not me. No family. Home village at least? I don't have any place to go home to. Eternal traveler, huh? Uh-huh, that's me. The soldier chuckles softly and Kaim gives a sour smile. It's hard to tell how fully he believes what Kaim has told him. He slips the scent stone into the leather pouch and says, you know what I think? The stone turned darker every time I took a life. I ought to get some of its gleam back every time I save a life. Instead of answering, Kaim drains the last drops of liquor from his cup and rises from the table. The soldier remains in his chair, and Kaim, staring down at him, offers these words of advice. If you have a place to go home to, you should go to it. Just go, no matter how much guilt you may have weighing you down. I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. You fought your heart out to stay alive. I'm glad I met you, says the soldier. I needed to hear that. He holds his right hand out to Kaim, who grasps it in return. I hope your travels go well, says the soldier. And your travels will soon be over, says Kaim with a smile, starting for the door. Oh gosh, what the heck? Just then, the punk charges at Kaim from behind, wielding a pistol. Watch out, bellows the soldier and rushes after Kaim. As Kaim whirls around, the punk takes aim and shoots. You can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch. The soldier flies between the two and takes a bullet in the gut. Wow. And so as he so desperately wished to do. The soldier has saved someone's life. Ironically, it is for the life of Chaim, a man who can neither age nor die, that the soldier has traded his one and only life. Sprawled on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrusts the leather pouch into Chaim's hand. Look at my sin stone, will you? Maybe some of his shine has come back. Blood spurts from his mouth, strangling the laugh. Chaim looks inside the bag and says, "Sparkling now. It's clean." "It is? Oh, good. My daughter will be so glad." He smiles with satisfaction and holds his hand out for the pouch. Gently, Chaim lays the pouch on the palm of his hand, folds the man's fingers over it. Soldier draws his last breath, and the pouch falls to the floor. The dead man's face wears a peaceful expression. The stone, however, the man's sin stone, which is rolled from the open pouch, is as black as ever. Dang, man! Oh, this game is so sad tonight. I was thinking we're gonna come in, we're gonna kill some stuff, it's gonna be pumped and hype. And we're just getting sad dream after sad dream after sad dream. Oh, man. Oh, I can't handle these stories. Oh, my heart. Oh, it burns. Oh. That sucks. I wanted the story to continue with Chaim like pummeling the punk into submission. Alright. Well, that really sucks. Oh, we had came here because I already dug in that barrel. And I looked at the piano. Yep, and we talked to her because she wanted us to treat her to something. I think Angora is the one who killed King Zephyr. Magic Industrial Revolution is the proof. Probably. Oh, hello, madam. The Kent attack has been repelled, but our forces have been devastated. What's gonna happen to us? Dude. Yeah, I was already here. Sorry guys, it seems some dust flew in my eyes and it's causing them to produce tears. Those council types only say things that make them look good. Listen to the talk in a few of the bars, you'll quickly find out the truth behind the scene. Yeah, I'm sure. Monsters, yay. Oh, doggy. Oh no, yeah, I already came here. I came to all of this already. Cause yeah, this leads to the thing. Yeah, I ripped down the poster and all that. Okay. What are you looking at? Does he look in the way he's supposed to go? I need to talk to them. Everyone was scared of magic power at the beginning. Look at all the things it's done. Turning wild animals into monsters is the least of it. Okay. Her? Magic energy is frightening stuff, but it's also very powerful. The movement responsible for the research in the applied magic is what created the Magic Industrial Revolution. Okay. I don't know why he was so fixated on her, but okay. It's whatever. Alright, so we'll save here. I guess we'll go back to the inn Hey Zach, how you doing, man? It has been a long time, dude. I'm sorry. Goes to get a drink, comes back, misses all the fields. Yeah, that story, man. That was a tough one. They all been sad though. Oh, I meant for me too. It's been a long time. I haven't been able to stream very much. I've got a lot going on. It's killed my streams pretty heavy. And like the overtime work just like does not end ever. I thought I was done with overtime after this week. Now I have it until April 3rd. At least. Unless I find another job. So. Have you heard about this? A connection of mine in the council told me Councilman Gongora has been confined to his private estate. Could it be true? So the soldiers in front of his house aren't protecting him, but rather keeping him in there? Oh, that's right. We gotta go to Mr. Gongora's mansion. So let's go over there. Yeah, I haven't streamed in like a week. Overtime equals money, so yay. Well, that would be yay if like I wasn't a contractor and actually worked full, had a full-time position. It's more like they're working me and having me do. They're pretty much utilizing my skill because they know I have a lot of it at a really cheap price. So it's not like I'm making buku bucks. I can get another full-time and make the same amount of cash, working less hours. Not yay. Those helmets are ridiculous. Lord Tolton is currently visiting. Please wait. Now I feel bad because there are days where I literally do nothing but watch Twitch at work and get paid a decent amount for it. That's okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's always good if you have a job, but there's difference. It's not that I'm ungrateful for having a job. But
House arrest is going too far. I have firmly opposed Roxian on this. Do not despair, Gongora.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It is much more than I could have asked. Your father would have been pleased.
I could never fill my father's shoes. And now that Ura is a republic, I am simply a citizen like everyone else. I am no longer Your Majesty.
I respect the royal blood that flows in your veins. It is only fitting that I offer the respect you're due.
Do not be foolish. People will think you're a dissident who wants to restore the monarchy.
I do.
I'm truly happy that you have come to see me. You've always been so kind.
You taught me the rudiments of magic. I cannot help but be kind to you in return. I cannot understand Roxian. I believe he intends to stop work on Grand Staff. It makes me angry, Gongora. Our entire nation has benefited from magic energy, yet he does not understand the significance of Grand Staff. If we can increase magic energy with Grand Staff, just think how much better our people's lives would be. We would no longer need soldiers. You have seen the future of Ura, and how Grand Staff can make it happen. Roxian's vision is too narrow for our nation to grow. I am sorry you had to witness that.
There is no need to apologize. I'm happy Your Highness understands. But even if they stop Grand Staff, we could develop a newer and far better magic engine.
Please let me know what you need, Gongora. I can help you.
I am unworthy, Your Highness.
Oh, we know what's up. Hey Shin, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm ungrateful because yeah, I can pay my bills and I don't have to move out. But whenever you're working at a place and they're not even offering you a full-time salary, but they're working you harder than the other full-time people, but you're only getting paid 30% of what they make, and you're tired all the time, it kind of eats at you. Bless you, Kaiko. What up, Captain E-Rock? This is on the 360. I have not played Resonance of Fate.
Please, go in.
That's a crazy outfit. Okay. Yeah. That's you know, that's why I haven't been streaming, because I've been job hunting. So I just figure if they don't hire me full time, somebody else will. So, and I'm going to school for my master's. I start in April, so I want to find a job in that industry anyway to build different experience. So I'm not tripping too heavy. I'm just really tired. My keyboard should be coming by like Tuesday or something. I don't have Resonance of Fate.
That woman. How could she be in Ura without me knowing?
Okay. Well, I don't want to talk to you yet. I want to look around. Okay. Wait, wasn't that where I just was? Open. No, okay. Courtyard. Is it dream time again? No? Okay. Maybe asking for a P.O. box. I don't have a P.O. box yet. I need to get one. I just gotta find a place close to my apartment to get one since I don't have a car. Like, if I want to get to the main post office in my town. I guess I can get one in Seattle. But it might be better, easier to get one in my town. Okay, so excellent timing, Lieutenant Argonar. Prince Tolton just left. Yeah, I wanted to punch him in the face too. Okay, so that's locked. We can't take that. Grand Staff is the brainchild of Lord Gongora's research into magic. Those pigs on the council have no idea of its true worth. What console is Resonance of Fate on? I need to get a P.O. box so I can borrow some of Kaiko's games. Ah, I didn't want to go there yet. I guess I did lead there. I don't have a PS3, unfortunately. I need one. You can give me a PS3 in the P.O. box if you want.
Good, you're here. I asked you here for only one reason. Hold on. What is it?
Oh no, great, here he comes. Hey, whoa, hey, you are really short-tempered. Hey, I don't have a sword, okay? Easy.
Why are you here?
I told you I'm just a messenger. I came to see if you really come or not, which you have, so that's good.
That's enough, Kaim. He's on our side.
Thanks. A little late, though.
We can use him. He's cunning and quick, and he has many connections. I want you to take him on your investigation of Grand Staff.
No way, sir.
You know, I thought he'd say that, my lord. His shoes, hello?
I don't like this guy.
This other immortal joining the investigation, she might be dangerous.
Why?
The woman was
Why?
once a pirate. I don't know how it happened, but she's now a soldier for our army. Well, the past is the past, and I know little else about her. Take Jensen with you. He can help keep her in check. Despite what else he may be, he has a healthy respect for women.
So, you know, I heard she was a looker, if you catch my drift. I mean, you've seen her, right? Okay, be that way. You guys are way too serious.
Pirate. All right. Understood.
All right, then. I'll be there early. Oh, yeah, you can count on it.
Remember, Kaim, you're the only one I can trust. I can't leave here for a while. The Grand Staff is my life's work. So if something is wrong, I want you, with your immortal powers, to find out what it is. Understood?
You like Jansen, Keiko?
You'll be briefed later.
I can't
Should go
stand
now.
this guy. Already.
I'll be right behind you.
He annoys me.
Oh, he's gonna be fun to work with.
This is for your trouble.
Wow, nice. You know, my lord, I've been thinking, working with this guy, it's like playing with fire. I mean, did you see his eyes? I mean, that's creepy. I got a bad feeling about this whole thing.
He's
I mean,
hilarious.
this little
Later,
guarantee
relax.
is not gonna be enough, I'm afraid, to keep an eye on him. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
You're already under a magic contract. Don't get greedy.
Whoa, hey, okay, that's some serious mojo, buddy. Easy, easy.
Is your fee still unsatisfactory?
Okay, not funny. I'm not laughing, okay? I didn't stick my neck out for this, okay? Jeez, everyone's a pain in the ass. I'm taking a bath.
He grows. Well, I'm just gonna put it this way. He's gonna have to do a lot of growing for me to like him, because right now he annoys the hell out of me. So I apologize if I complain about him all the time, since you like him. Flare bomb. Okay. Everybody likes Jansen. Am I gonna be the only person in the chat who still hates it, Jansen, at the end of the game? Oh, he's annoying here. Okay. So there is hope for him. We usually agree on annoying characters, so. Reveal your enemy special abilities. This is actually probably better. I don't play that. I don't. I have a low tolerance for annoying people. I deal with enough annoying people in real life. He's a good party member later in the game. If he annoys me, I can switch him out. Won't even use him. Everybody said that same thing about Teddy, remember? He's so good with his ice skills. Never even know. Never used once. Alright, so now we get to actually go do stuff. Having you coming in and out of here could damage Lower Gongora's reputation. The council won't look kindly on it. You won't be allowed to re-enter the mansion once you leave. Yeah, whatever. I already grabbed what I needed. Hey, Reiner. You got a ad that didn't break the sound? I didn't. Mine still broke it. I'll understand soon enough. Okay. I'll trust you. You're alive again. Your Skype call took forever. Jeez. I don't know how it works. I report them like all the time, and it just seems like it gets worse. I always report, yeah, the mute's not working, and it just seems even more. I don't know. So that means you missed all of my reading, Keiko? I get a lot of basketball ads that break the sound, and some weird show commercials. Oh, here we go. There she is.
Hey! I've been looking everywhere for you.
He just doesn't care
I heard
about
the
anyone.
Grand Staff investigation. Looks like we both got the short end of the stick. It's not enough that we just keep surviving, eh?
Okay.
There's always something. So, what
I
did
just
you
noticed
learn
he
in
was
the
wearing
council?
earrings.
Nothing to do with you.
Oh, really? Say, haven't we met somewhere before? Ugh. Nothing to worry about if you can't remember. Neither can I.
You too, huh?
I can't recall a thing. All I know is that my name seems to be Seth Balmore.
She
People
winks a
say I
lot.
used to be a pirate. Isn't it strange that both of us lost our memory and are immortal? Maybe we met a long time ago. I sort of get that feeling when I look at you. When we met before, were we enemies? Or allies? Or maybe even lovers? Looking forward to starting our journey tomorrow, Kaim Arganar.
Tomorrow?
You still haven't been contacted by the council? You set out for Grand Staff tomorrow morning. I thought you would have heard by now. Oh, and by the way, I'll be joining you on your little trip.
So you are going with me then?
Being late is strictly forbidden. Mwah.
She winks too much. In this game, you can see equipment accessories. Oh, so that's why he's wearing earrings? Because I put on whatever I did? If that's the case, that's actually really cool. You just don't like these types of pretentious personalities. Yeah. Could be a winking disorder. It could be. It could be. Kenji-san. Why do I always do that? I like read the comment and then I don't notice the name until later. Stupid. I'm sorry. How are you doing, Kenji-san? I received a message from the council earlier. You are to report to the Great Gate for your next mission. If you head to the station, you can either take the monorail or pick up a taxi to the Great Gate. Be careful. Okay. Can we sleep one more time? Do we get another dream out of this whole sequence? Okay, that's it's easy to do, man. It's so easy to do. Been busy with school. I feel you. You read the comment before the chat, reading the name of the chat. Like the name of the person who said it. Alright, let's go to the Great Gate. I think this is where I was supposed to go. Yeah, let's take the monorail. Which way? You want to ride the monorail, go up to the second floor, assuming the monorail is even working. Okay, let's go to the monorail. This monorail is not in operation at this time. Great. I guess I gotta take a taxi. Oh, another dream. You know what? My dad works in a magic production factory. He's the boss of the whole place. I'm not the boss of anything, really. Glad she's proud of me, though. Everything I do for her. Dream time. Dream has been revealed. Hey Tetsuo. I remember when this game's trailer came out, one of the greatest things I laid eyes on. Little Liar. I've seen 3? 2? 3? I did the bar one. Everyone in the marketplace hates the little girl. Not yet 10 years old and far from having outgrown the sweet innocence of childhood, she earns only open contempt from the grown-ups who have shops in the market. The reason is simple. She lies about everything. Hey, mister. I just saw a burglar go into your house. Look, lady, everything just fell off your shelves. Hey, everybody. Did you hear what the traveler said? Bandits are planning to attack this market. Even the most harmless white lies can be annoying if repeated often enough, and the shopkeepers have found themselves growing angry. Better watch out for her too, the lady greengrocer warns Kaim. Nobody here falls for her lies anymore, so she's always on the lookout for newcomers or strangers. Somebody like you would be a perfect target for her. She could be right. Kaim is new to the town. He arrived a few days ago and has just started working in the marketplace today. What do her parents do? Kaim asks while unloading a cart full of vegetables. The woman frowns and shakes her head with a sigh. She doesn't have any. They died? The mother did, at least. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. She was a healthy young woman who never so much as caught a cold in her life. Then one day she collapsed and that was it for her. How about the father? She sighs more deeply than before and says, he left to find a job in the city. The parents used to operate a variety store in the market, though the mother almost single-handedly took care of the actual buying and selling of the many goods they carried. As soon as she died, the shop's fortunes took a plunge until it was eventually taken over by someone else. The father went off to the distant capital in search of a good-paying job that would enable him to cover their debts. He promised to come back in 6 months, but he has been gone for a whole year now. Letters used to arrive from him on occasion, care of his friend the tailor, but those two gave out about 6 months ago. I guess you could say it's sad for such a little girl to be waiting around for her father to come home, but still. The girl now sleeps in the corner of the communal storehouse run by the people of the marketplace. We all used to talk about taking care of her, to be stand-in parents for her until her father comes back. This is no surprise to Kaim. He knows from his own experience that all the people who work in the marketplace, not just this plump, kindly woman, are good-hearted and generous despite their limited means. Otherwise, they never would have hired a stranger like himself. But long before that first 6 months went by, we were all heartily sick of her. She was a sweet, simple girl while her mother was alive, but this experience has left her kinda twisted. All of her sweetness is gone. Of course, we all feel sorry for her, and we take our turns feeding her and dressing her in hand-me-downs. But the way she keeps telling lies to all the grown-ups, nobody really cares about her anymore. Why can't she see that? She must be lonely, don't you think? With a pained smile, the woman shrugs and says, "That's enough gabbing for one day. Work, work." She goes back inside the shop. Kaim is sorting the vegetables as he has unloaded in front of the shop when he hears a little voice behind him. "Hi, mister. Are you new here?" It's the girl. "Uh-huh. You're not from the town, are you?" "No, I'm not." "Are you living upstairs while you work here?" "For a while, at least. That's what I'm hoping to do." "I'll tell you a secret, okay?" It's starting already. "Okay," Kaim says without pausing in his work. "There's a ghost in this marketplace. The people here don't tell anybody about it because it's bad for business. But it's really here. I see it all the time." "Really?" Kaim responds with faint surprise. He decides to play along with her rather than scold her for lying. In this endlessly long life of his, he has encountered any number of children who have lost their parents or been abandoned by them. The sadness and loneliness of children who have been cast into the wide world alone are exactly what Kaim feels himself as he continues to wander through the infinite flow of time. "What kind of ghost?" "A woman, and I know who she is. It's the ghost of a mother who lost her child," she says. "Her little girl, her only child, died in an epidemic. Overcome with grief, the mother chose to die, and now her ghost appears in the market every night, searching for her daughter. The poor mother, she killed herself so she could be with her daughter, but she can't find her in the other world either. She keeps looking for her here and calling out, 'Where are you? Hurry and come with mommy to the other world.'" The girl tells her story with deadly seriousness. "Don't you think it's sad?" she asks Kaim. She actually has tears in her eyes, which is precisely why Kaim knows she's lying. Even if he had not been warned by the woman, he would know this was all a lie based on what she told him about the girl's background. Kaim carefully arranges bunches of well-ripened grapes in a display crate and asks the girl, "Why do you think the mother can't find her daughter?" "What?" The girl asks him with a dazed stare. "Well," he explains, "the girl is not in the other world. She's not wandering around in this world. So where is she?" Kaim does not mean this to be a cross-examination. He simply feels that someone who lies out of sorrow can have a far easier time of recognizing the lie for what it is. The loneliness of a girl who has lost her mother and been abandoned by her father consists not in telling one little lie, but having to keep on lying. Now that you mention it, that is a good point, the girl says, smiling calmly. Really? Where did the girl go? Kaim momentarily considers pointing at the girl as if to say, right here. But before he can do so, she continues. This is the first time anybody ever asked me that. You're kinda different. I wonder. No, you are. You're different, the girl insists. I think we can be friends. Her smile deepens. Kaim smiles back at her, saying nothing. Just then, they hear the greengrocer coming from the back of the shop. The girl dashes away. Just before she disappears around the corner to the alleyway, the girl gives Chaim a little wave as if to say, "See you soon." For the first time, the face of the girl, with the all too grown-up speaking style, shows a hint of childishness befitting her years. The girl begins coming to see Chaim at the shop several times a day when the lady grocer's not around. She tells him one lie after another. "I baked cookies with my mother last night. I wanted to give you some, but they were so good I ate them all. Bandits kidnapped me when I was a little baby, and my father came to save me and beat up all the bandits, so I didn't get killed. My house? It's a big white one at the foot of the mountain. You're new here, so you probably don't know it. It's the biggest house in town. You don't have a family. You're all alone. Poor Chaim, I wish I could share some of my happiness with you." All her lies are born of sorrow. Sad, lonely lies. She could never tell to the marketplace people who know her background. At the end of every chat with Chaim as she's leaving, the girl holds her finger to her lips and says, "This is just our little secret. Don't tell the lady grocer." Of course, Chaim says nothing to anyone. If he happens to find himself in a situation where the market people are speaking ill of the girl, he quietly slips away. Lies and disparagements are funny things. They don't take shape because someone tells them, but rather because someone listens to and voices agreement with them. A truly isolated individual can never speak ill of anyone. The same can be said regarding lies. Because she has someone to tell her lies to, the girl need not fall into the abyss of true isolation. To protect her small, sad share of happiness, Chaim plays the role of listener, raising no objections. One day, when the girl comes to see Chaim, she takes special care not to be noticed by the lady grocer or by the owners of the neighboring shops. "Tell me, mister, are you planning to stay here a long, long time?" "No, I'm not," Chaim says, continuing to unload vegetables and fruit. "You'll be leaving when you save up enough money?" "Probably." "But you don't have enough yet." "I'm getting there," he says, turning a strange smile on the girl. This is a white lie of his own. He already has enough money to support himself on the road. Nor has he taken his current living job because he needs money so badly. He is here because he has not found a destination he wants to travel to. A journey without a destination is an endless journey. Wise men say that you need dreams and goals in life, but dreams to accomplish and goals to realize shine as guideposts in life precisely because life is finite. So then, what should be the dreams and goals of one who has been burdened with a life that has no end? Chaim's is not a journey to be hurried, nor is it one that can't be hurried. Perhaps drifting day after day with no destination cannot even be called a journey. "If I were you," says the girl, "I would get out of this marketplace as soon as I had saved up enough money for 2 or 3 days of traveling." Chaim responds to her with a silent, pained smile. What would be the look on the girl's face if Chaim were to tell her, "I'm staying here for you. I'm finding the meaning of my life for now and providing you with a listener for your lies." The moment these words come to mind, words he can never actually speak to her, the girl looks around furtively and says in a near whisper, "If you want to get out of here soon, I know a good way you can do it." "A good way?" "Sneak into the tailor's and steal his money. There's a little pot in the cabinet at the back of the shop. It's full of money." "Are you telling me to steal it?" "Yes." She looks straight at Chaim with the slightest show of doubt in her eyes. In all seriousness, she goes on to explain, "That tailor deserves to have his place robbed. The money in the pot," she says, "is tainted. I know this girl, a good friend of mine," she says, "and it's so sad about her. Her mother died, and her father went off to work in the capital, and she's all alone. Her father was supposed to come get her after 6 months, but she hasn't heard a thing from him." Yet another lie born of sorrow. Chaim calmly asks, "Is there some connection between your friend and the tailor?" "Of course," she says. A close connection. What's really happening is the father was sending her money every month the way he was supposed to help make her life in the town a little easier, and he kept writing to her. He wanted to tell her he found a good job in the city, and she should come live with him right away. He's too busy to come for her, so she should come to him, and he sent her money for the trip, but none of the letters or the money ever reached the girl. And why do you think that is? Before Kime can answer, the girl says, the mistake he made was to send the letters and money care of the tailor. He's been keeping all the money for himself. Kime looks away from the girl. In order to prop up one sad lie, the girl has piled on a still sadder one. A lie that can hurt another person. This is the saddest thing of all. The lock on the tailor's back door would be really easy to break, the girl adds. She gallops away without waiting for Kime's reply. The girl comes running into the grocery store the next morning shouting for the owner. She says directly to the woman, not to Kime. Burglars broke into the tailor's shop last night. She says she saw a number of burglars sneaking in late at night and after the marketplace emptied out. My oh my, says the woman with a forced smile. That must have been just terrible. She's obviously not taking the girl seriously. But it's true though. I really saw him. Look, little girl, I've had just about all I can take from you. You're such a little liar. It scares me to death to think about you growing up to be a burglar or a con artist or something. I'm busy trying to open my shop now. Do you mind? Try it on somebody else. She is hardly through speaking when someone outside shouts, Help, somebody come! This tailor is standing in the street, looking horrified and screaming at the top of his lungs. Burglars! They took all my money! The little girl slips away as the tailor comes in. The marketplace is in an uproar. The girl was not lying, that much is certain. But all too accustomed to her lies, people now suggest the possibility of another kind of lie. Maybe she did it. What do you think? And so it begins. I think you may be right. Talk about play acting. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's go find her. We'll make her tell, even if we have to get a little rough with her. No one objects to the suggestion. Some run off to the storehouse, and others start searching the marketplace. Can't find her anywhere. The storehouse is empty. She ran away with the money. As the searchers return with their reports and speculation, Kime finally understands everything. After all her sad lies, the girl has left behind one final truth. She couldn't have gotten very far. Yeah, we can still catch her. A little get my hands on her. The men rage and the women fan the flames. Good, give her what she deserves. We were so nice to her. Now look how she treats us. We can't let her get away with it. A dozen men start to run after her, but Kime stands tall in the road, blocking their way. Hey, move it! The men are out for blood. But Kime knows if he felt like it, he can knock them all down and they wouldn't be able to lay a finger on him. Instead, he relaxes his powerful stance and throws a leather pouch on the ground in front of the men. The stolen money isn't there, he says. What? Sorry, I stole it. A confused stir quickly turns into angry shouts. Kime raises his hand to show he will not resist. Do what you like with me. I'm ready. The lady grocer breaks through the wall of men shouting at him. How could you do this, Kime? I wanted the money, that's all. And you're not just saying this to protect the girl? The woman's intuition is too sharp. Forcing a smile, Kime turns to the tailor and says, It was in the pot in the cabinet, right? The man nods energetically. It's true, he must have done it. I had the money in a pot, he's the thief! The money wasn't the only thing in the pot, though, was it? What are you saying? You had some letters in there, too. Letters from the girl's father. That's a lie, don't be crazy. It's true, though. No, there couldn't have been any letters. I threw them all... The tailor clasps his hand over his mouth, but it's too late. The lady grocer glares at him. What's this all about? No, I mean, you better tell us everything. The People's angry glances turn from Chaim to the tailor. Some days later, 2 letters arrive from the girl addressed to the lady at the grocery store and the nice man upstairs. Chaim's letter says the girl managed to find her father in the capital. He has no way of knowing if this is true or not. It's hard to imagine a little girl finding her father in the big city so easily without knowing his address or workplace. Still, he decides to believe it when the girl's letter says, "I am happy now." Human beings are the only animals that lie. Lies to deceive people, lies to benefit oneself, and lies to protect one's own heart from the threat of crushing loneliness and sorrow. There were no lies in this world, much strife and misunderstanding would surely disappear. On the other hand, perhaps it is because this world is a mixture of truth and lies that people have learned how to believe. When he is through reading his letter, Chaim turns to the woman. Concentrating on her own letter, she shyly raises her head when she senses Chaim looking up at her. "I give up. Listen to this. I'm so grateful to you and the others in the marketplace for all you've done for me. I'll never forget you as long as I live." A liar to the bitter end, that girl, she says, smiling through her tears. That one had a good ending. It started sad, but I'm glad it ended well. So yes, how you doing, Tails? It's good to see you. I should change the title to Dream Simulator 2015. Yeah, Keiko said something about I missed some dreams. How many dreams are in this area? How many dreams have I read? 3? 4? Because I did the one in this area. I did the one in the park. So we did this one. We did the one in the bar for the soldier. We did the one in the park for the white flowers. And then we did the one when we first woke up. So we've done 4. How many are in this area? I want to save. I'm going to save it first. And get a drink. Oh, I didn't think there would be one per area. I figured it's probably just more just triggers based on interactions with people.
It was announced today that parades planned
It'd be too easy if there was one per area.
transition anniversary ceremony have been cancelled.
Man.
And that the ceremony will now be held within the royal
All right.
residence. This is said to be out of consideration for the people who lost loved ones in the tragedy on the Wall Highlands.
I don't know if I'll complete them all at some point, but I'll probably find some when my throat isn't so dead. Kitty, thank you for riding the monorail today. We'll be departing for the Great Gate shortly. Yes.